Hi friends, um, I am showing you my Aviator, Honda Aviator, where I am planning to change the color the rim because it is rusted already, and the procedure I am showing over here in 2x speed is how to remove, and uh, the rust is already you can see in the corners of the rim, and it's a very lengthy video. That's why I have made it a 2x speed. Then it is easy for all of us to follow them, what I did, although I took much more time to do. But if you can see my rear wheel change, that is quicker than this. So there are tools which we need to use so that easily these kind of rods can be removed, the axle rod, and it's not a threaded one. I should not have rotated it. It should have been pushed through a pin or another axle where it could have been easily removed. But yes, it's a do-it-yourself video, so I have learned it. So probably my videos will help my viewers, whoever is going to watch this. So you see, it should have been removed very easily. I am just rotating it, of no use. Now let's wait and watch. I get the success. I'm not hitting very hard even because I don't have a hammer now. I should have I have used that while removal of my rear wheel as well as while fixing it back. So it looks little bit questionable, but that's all right. I am able to remove, and finally I got this success. You can see the camera angles been changed so that you can have a closer look. I am trying to use the spanner. I'm trying to push it. It's a 10-year-old, almost 10-year Honda Aviator. So probably this has been removed when I converted my tires to tubeless. I just removed the tube and the old tire. To my wonder, this Aviator had no puncture um, for the entire 9 years. I say I am lucky. I replaced the tubeless tires. Still, I did not get any puncture with the tubeless tires, but you know that when you replace with a normal rim with a tubeless tire, there are some leakage which I am able to tolerate, like the air passes through the rim sides as well as through the neck. I did some kind of adjustment by putting super glue with some kind of gypsum or white cement kind of thing, but it holds for a week or 5 days. Then I need to go to the mechanic shop or fill air wherever I get. So it's all right. I'm managing with that. And while painting with a silver cane, of course, I did not record those painting videos for both the rims. So there I have corrected the rim with my hammer. I have a heavier hammer and a lighter one. So with a heavier one, I just bang to the corners, to the edges of the, to the perimeter of the rim, and it is corrected. You can see that in my rear wheel, because this scooter had an accident, and from that day onwards the rim got little bend, and which I corrected during this painting from a silver cane. The cane costed me $130, so it allowed me to paint three coats, both the rims. So that's quite good a deal, better a deal I can say. And although it took more than 24 hours, but that's all right. It's our scooter and it's our servicing style. Um, that helped me. The masking of this wheel took lot of time. Uh, I had a smaller mask and a bigger masking tapes, so the corners are also easily masked by the smaller masking tape. And somehow I did a good job, I can say, because I should have it should have been given to a mechanic, maybe 100 bucks, 100 bucks would have been used, but it is a good experience. You do it yourself, so I did it. And here the video is running quite faster. I try to open those bolts. um, my toolkit is not that professional. The handles are not lengthier, so I failed miserably opening these nuts. I tried to open with a box, with a ratchet, with a spanner. It was so hard. Had this been a longer handle, I could have been easily opened. Most of the time the thread got slipped off. We should not slip the threads of these bolts, because these bolts are not easily available. I tried a couple of times, then I left it. Then I took it to the mechanic. Um, um, I used my pulsar and I took this entire rim with a tire. Then they opened it easily. Um, so let's not spoil the sorry guys, let's not spoil the nuts by missing the thread or using the wrong tools or trying wrongly. I thought it is easily available with a Honda dealer to get a tool. See, I'm just using all the methods, but it did not help me. One of them did not come out. Three of them I am able to remove. Then that fourth one I have taken to a mechanic and removed. And the shoes are also worn out. So what I did is, this video what you see now is painted. This is post painting. Look at this rim, which looks like a brand new. And this is the genuine drum brakes, 230 rupees each. I am planning to change for the rear as well as the front, so let's do for the front. This is the video in continuation of the replacement of the refixing of the front rim with the, I can say, front wheel. And it is painted. It's a 2-coat painting. I did not use 3-coat, but it's okay. I have silver color cane, and I have used it. You can see it is so nice. And those bolts, I have the one which was little bit spoiled. I got it from a mechanic shop. It was an old one, and by that I fixed it back. Then here I am showing the replacement of the brake shoes, which are already in spoiled. You can say you can see the oily and the less friction look of those shoes. This is a new one. Here also I did a little longer to fix it. This shoe has a two sides. One is a circular side which goes to a pin, another going to a flat area. I am putting it reverse. Sorry about that. I should have put the other way. So it is one click, but I realized later while doing the rear brake, because while doing the front brake itself, it did not allow me to fix the drum inside after fixing the these brake shoes. So normally um, it goes only in one way, that is, there is a cylindrical and post and there is a flat surface post. So the brake shoe has got a polarity. You have to fix them easily, and see, this looks like a correct one, but I realize that this circular edge should have been reversed. And anyways, I successfully um, inserted the the shoe assembly to the drum, and while painting, or before painting this complete wheel, I had used sandpaper to clean the drum area where it was a lot of greasy and lot of brake dust, shoe dust were there, so lot of soil. So I just cleaned them, and then I could able to fix it. Then after this, the combi brake started giving little problem. So I what I did is I just loosened the nut above the combi brake, so that the tension is 0 inside the brake shoes, and then I could successfully fixed it. One thing I realized during the Aviator specifications, the front wheel is larger than the rear wheel, and this is what I have physically seen it. I couldn't believe that this is such a larger wheel for the Aviator. Now the process is ongoing. What you observe on the screen is, you can see that I am just cleaning up those small bolts, which going to help me. The small bolts are already fixed. The other you see that axle and the bolt, and there is a support to my left. You can see that wheel also is a support wheel that connects to the left side from the picture. See, this is what the bolt is still there lying on the ground, that need to go right hand side after inserting the drum, the shoes to the drum. It's a bit difficult while doing all alone. The vehicle, the scooter is on this on center stand, and see, difficulty is because I am unable, I fix the shoes wrongly, so it did not allow me. For that I have removed the shoes, I removed the combi brake assembly, I loosen up, nothing worked out. And then I realized after placing the old shoes again back, that gave me the idea of how and what should be the way the shoes should be placed. It should be only one way. I tried, and initially I thought it was both way, but no, one way is a cylindrical pin, the other way is a flat pin. So the shoes has a flat area as well as a cylindrical area, and still it doesn't go. You can just observe the video, and it did not click me why. Then I tried the this, I loosened up all those. The video was about 1 hour total replacement of the replacement and fixing, removing, but I just made 2x speed so that you can see the entire video, and it's about 40 minutes, so it helps all of us to get the wheel replacement, painting, drum brake, shoes replacement. All those things can be done after observing this video. So trying out all the other options, but this did not help me. But sorry about this. But what I did is, later I have used my old shoes and tried with the drum. It went in fine, it fit in fine. So similar way I realized, and I placed the uh, shoes on the new genuine Honda shoes, drum shoes. See, I tried to disengage the spring, thinking that it is taking more diameter, but those are all not true. Though these steps you should not do. What you should do is simply put the brake shoes. Although new brake shoes will be fit in completely, so sometimes it may not allow you to fit into the drum, but fine, I could do it. And I took extra 10-15 minutes, which I have adjusted with the video speed. So hope you guys will excuse me, but I wanted to show you. Many a time we get into trouble, and I wanted to provide you this live telecast or live broadcast, because this area where I am working is a basement parking area, and although it is night time, about 2 in the morning, but you still get lot of noise. You can see a lot of mosquitoes. They even create that humming noise, and there are areas it gets into a resound, echoing, lot of echoing happens. And so I'm using this extra audio, which I am explaining you guys, that is going to provide you the fair idea, how it has been done. I think this time it is fixed. I have fixed it properly. The drum should get into the, the brake shoes should get into the drum now. If it doesn't, then I am still doing something wrong. I know I had tried this old shoes, then I got it, the idea got click, so that I again replaced it. It still did not. I know it's not going to go, because it is bigger than the diameter of the drum. So you can ignore this area which I struggled, but what you do is the pin side, the cylinder side, the brake shoes, if you see, I just removed. I am going to try the old shoes and how it should be. If that fits in, then I got it clicked. Fixing is easy, but if you fix it wrongly, you still feel that yes. See, a lot of mosquitoes, they are even coming to the lens, and now this got fit in. So I got confidence. If this is fit in, then I was placing it wrongly. So what I did is I removed that back. Yep. You can see that I removed it. I am going to place that the newly purchased shoes, and thereafter thereafter the drum, the shoes get into the drum, and this part was the most difficult part. I was trying to um, get into all these tools. A little bit of preparation is missing, guys, because everything is messed around. I have those spanner sets, I have those box spanner sets, I have those entire tool kit. What you see, my knee is on that. So many a time you have to be very precise for the tools size, the if it is 16 and you are trying 17 then you are going to spoil the nut. So be precise while using your tools. So this time it got clicked. Yeah, I reversed it now, and that will exactly fit in and it's not going to slip off. And then what I did is I took the camera closer so that I can show all of you that how did I fix and what should be the way. Probably I did not speak during that time, during the video. I was busy fixing into the drum. See, it got into. Yep, it fit into, but my only doubt was how to loosen that complete combi set. Yep, I put back those nuts and bolts there, which I opened thinking that that is anyway completely loosen up. Now the scooter is keep on falling on me, and I did not put any support there. One of my feet supporting that. It is a bit tricky, friends, because you have to insert the axle, you have to put that support near the axle, then the entire assembly should get into the axle. And this time I did not get the hammer to hit it so that it can come the other side. Finally, when you complete the task, you get the relief that yes, you could do, and so that others can also do by following you. I explain this just because while fixing this wheel, I could not speak, and looking at a video where a person is trying it out, or you can say struggling, is not a good sign. But it's yeah, I have the hammer now. I bang from the other side so that while a removal, I should have been, I should have got this hammer. The tools are here and there in my house. Some of them in my dicky. My car dicky is a complete service station, I can say, a mechanics service station. 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, everything, I used to repair, paint. Whatever comes on my way, I just try replace the oil, replace the engine oil, filters, cabin filter, and oil check. Any other car videos if I get, I have already uploaded, but I am going to upload. See, this is how the final success came. I have tightened this. The remaining part is only adjusting the combi brake. I need to spanners to adjust that, and that I did it in the morning hours. To the mechanic, I have to go to the mechanic to adjust the combi brake, but I could have also done. Meanwhile, what I did is I just removed the rear wheel, which is again equally rusted, because it's again the entire scooter, as I said, 10-year-old, and see, it got hurt. Sometimes these handles are not that longer, and it slips off. So I know the pain of a bolt getting slipped off or becoming round instead of hexagonal. So try to avoid the slippage by using the right tool. You can use a spanner will not slip off, but the box spanners are going to, this kind of spanner will not slip off, but the box ones, and they are most often the slipping off and making the bolt circular, which is bad for us. So this is done. I spend little more time onto the combi brake set, but that's anyway, that's not a big deal. That can be done easily later. So I just try to again tighten those small bolts. There are 4 bolts. I am using a spanner this time, so that has got much more grip. I find it because my box spanner set, I don't know, I have slipped off multiple bolts, which doesn't look good, and you don't get freely. These bolts are not available in the local market. You have to go to hardware shop. Sometimes they will provide you certain bolts which will not suit. So make sure you don't spoil those bolts by slipping off the using a wrong tool. This completes the front wheel. Now let's go to the rear wheel. Again, I did not make a video. While removing, you can, there are many ways to remove the wheel. Normally, it is very difficult to remove, so that you have a cheater rod. People have shown in the multiple YouTube channels that cheater rods are used to remove, but what I did is I went to the mechanic. Even he could not remove. I gave the idea of a cheater rod, so he had a rod. It has been placed to one of those bolts out of those 4 bolts, and to the engine. Then I stood on that what do you say, spanner. He had a lengthier spanner, so one second attempt I could loosen the nut. With that loosened nut, I drove to my area and I could open it with my tools, because that was already loosened up. So I took it upstairs and I had a spare, I had a silver can paint, a spray can. The 36 is the number. Then I sprayed it. This time I provided again 3 coats. This is good. This is 3 coats gives a glossy look for the wheel, and the wheel is really looking new. Now I could see the axle is almost like rusted. It's been 9-10 years old. So what I did is I have used my engine oil, the Honda engine oil. I bought it. 700 ml was used. So out of 800, so about 100 ml is there. So I have used those little bit of oil there. It's not oiling, and it's only to prevent from again rust, and the wheel will not come out next time when you try it out. I have used those 16 mm and 24 mm ratchet, these tools, so that this can be removed and refixed. During this video, this is in the morning hours, so there's a lot of noise in the background. The garbage truck was doing its routine and early morning task. So you see how easily these shoes are coming out. You see, this is the round shape in the top, the flat shape in the bottom. So when you replace these, before replacing, you need to clean that up, and you see how rusted those axes is. That axis is the genuine part. Honda drum shoes that costed me 230 rupees. I have shown in my earlier video also that in the beginning of the video, that while changing the front wheel, I had 2 sets of drum brake shoes. One of them used in the front, another is now I'm going to use. So before using this, what I did is yeah, this is the way, this is the direction we should be placing the brakes, brake shoes. See that hole that goes to the cylindrical, and the bottom is a flat end that should go to the bottom. And prior to that, what I did is I had used a little bit of oil in the Excel. Make sure not to oil this area, because the shoes should not get into any oily stuff, so that the braking would be a problem. Although it's a new shoe, it should be dry. I mean, out of the oil, I would say. Dry in the sense, when you wash your vehicle anyway, this get into wet. Wet and dry, not a problem, but any oily substance or oily surface or oil touches to the this shoe area, surfaces, shoe faces, no, that is going to create problem. So I taken a little bit of Honda engine oil, scooter engine oil, which I still have the can to the leftmost, you can see. Then yeah, this one MB 10W30 scooter engine oil. So I have used a little bit before fixing the rear wheel. Yeah, cleaning is required a little bit of, because lot of brake dust, lot of carbon particles were there. Now you see the brake shoe gets into the scooter's axis very easily. Um, yeah, simply place it there. Yeah, bend it, tilt one side. Yeah, and little bit of force. Yeah, that's also done. The spring is so good, so tight. So yeah, this is fit in. I am anyway using my thumb there, which I should not have, because my thumb is oily. You should not use that surface at all. Should not touch those surface, because if that becomes oily, then your braking is a problem. So now I would say it's a distant view. Now I find this rear wheel, you see how glossy this looks like a new wheel drum. So I find this replacing of the rear wheel is easier removal and replacing than the front one. Yeah, same thing. It's not that we are oiling it, it's that we are just preventing it from rusting, so that next time when we want to remove this wheel, we should be easily removing it. So these are all that area is completely teethed area, so that the rust should not build up. I have already oiled the axle. I have shown that. Now the next step is you have to just lift it, and this time the scooter is not falling on you, because front wheel will always lose balance, but rear one